There is something about a Mercedes-Benz GLC. It is one of those cars where you don't even need to explain what you are driving. You arrive somewhere, you step out, and the badge has already done half the talking. And after getting some time with the new GLC 200, I can understand why Mercedes has managed to make this SUV such a big deal in the luxury market. Because let's be honest, there are two types of people when it comes to Mercedes-Benz. There are the people who own one, and there are the people who are currently calculating how they can own one. And unfortunately, the bank is usually involved in both stories. Before we get into the review, a massive thank you to MNZ Namibia for giving me the opportunity to spend some time with the GLC 200. I was invited to experience the vehicle, and obviously, as someone who loves cars, I'm not going to say no to that. But before we get into the GLC itself, let me tell you about Revio Automotive. Revio Automotive is here to make buying a car in Namibia smarter. Whether you're looking to buy your next vehicle, you are unsure about the condition of a used car, or you simply don't know whether the deal you're looking at is actually a good one, Revio helps you make that decision, especially with confidence. From vehicle sourcing, buyer advisory to pre-purchase inspections and diagnostics, the goal is simple: buy smarter, buy with confidence. And with that out of the way, welcome back to LS Performance, where we talk about cars, what they cost, what they can do, and whether they are actually worth your money. So let's talk about the Mercedes-Benz GLC 200. The GLC sits in a very interesting position in Mercedes-Benz's lineup. It's larger and more practical than the GLA, but it doesn't have the enormous footprint of something like a GLS. It's basically Mercedes saying, you want a luxury car, you want space, but you don't want to drive a building. And honestly, I think that's why GLC works so well. The GLC uses a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. You get 150 kilowatts of engine power and 320 Newton meters of torque, with the electric assistance able to provide additional short bursts of support. Power goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission and Mercedes' 4-matic all-wheel drive system. The numbers aren't ridiculous. This isn't an AMG. This isn't the sort of Mercedes that arrives at traffic lights and makes the surrounding building question their structural integrity. But that's not really the point. You're looking at roughly 7.8 seconds from 0 to 100 with a top speed of 222 kilometers per hour. So yes, it will move. And for everyday driving in Windhoek, getting onto the highway, overtaking, and doing those long trips, 150 kilowatts is more than enough. Unless, of course, your idea of overtaking is attempting to pass 3 trucks, nyana, a Toyota Quantum, a taxi before the next traffic light. Now, the real question is, what does it cost you? Depending on the specification, the GLC 200 sits at roughly 1,004,500 Namibian dollars for the Avantgarde. The AMG line can push to around 1,120,000 Namibian dollars before you start adding options, registration, delivery, and other costs. And that is where the conversation becomes interesting, because at over $1 million Namibian dollars, this isn't just a car anymore, it is a major financial decision. Okay, buying a car simply is a major financial decision, but you get the point. This is a Mercedes-Benz. Let's assume you're buying the GLC 200 for approximately 1,120,000 Namibian dollars and you're financing the entire amount over 6 years at 12% interest. You are looking at roughly 21,800 Namibian dollars a month. Over the full 6 years, you will end up paying approximately 1,570,000 Namibian dollars in repayments. And that's before fuel, That's before insurance, that's before servicing, tires, and everything else that comes with owning a Mercedes-Benz. So essentially, by the time you're finished paying for it, you've bought the car and then bought the car again. Now let's talk fuel. The GLC 200 has a fuel tank of approximately 62 liters. Your fuel consumption would be around 7.5 to 7.8 liters to the 100. Looking at the fuel prices at the moment, a full tank will cost you 1,490 Namibian dollars. On the official consumption figure, the tank could theoretically take you somewhere around 790 to 825 kilometers of range. But we all know how official fuel consumption works. It's calculated under laboratory conditions where there are no potholes, no traffic, no aggressive overtaking, most importantly, no driver who has just heard a good song on the radio. Drive gently and you might get close to that figure. Drive like you're late for a meeting in Swakop and that range is going to disappear very quickly. And then there's maintenance. Guys, this is a Mercedes-Benz. Whoever you see driving this vehicle, just know there is money. Now, visually, I really like what Mercedes has done with the GLC. It's elegant without being boring. The front has that unmistakable Mercedes-Benz face with the grille, the 3-pointed star and those sharp LED lighting elements giving it a very modern appearance. Depending on the specification, you can get 18 or 19-inch wheels, LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, an electrically operated tailgate and roof rails. And if you step up to the AMG line, the car gets a more aggressive body kit and sportier detailing. But I think the best thing about the GLC is that it does not scream. It doesn't need enormous air vents and ridiculous spoilers to tell you it's expensive. It just looks expensive, and that's very Mercedes. It's the automotive equivalent of someone walking into a room wearing an expensive watch and making absolutely no effort to show you the watch. Why? Because you already noticed. Then you open the door, and this is where the GLC really starts making noise. The interior is probably one of the biggest reasons you choose this car over a more practical SUV. You've got the massive 11.9-inch portrait infotainment display, a digital driver's display, Mercedes-Benz's MBUX system, ambient lighting, and a cabin that feels considerably more expensive than the average SUV. You get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, voice control with Hey Mercedes, Bluetooth connectivity, USB-C charging, and smartphone integration. Depending on the specification, you can also get heated electric seats, premium upholstery, a panoramic sunroof, upgraded audio, and additional technology packages. And that ambient lighting at night, Mercedes knows what they're doing. This isn't just transportation anymore, you're sitting inside an environment. The GLC also gives you around 545 liters of boot space, so you've got enough room for luggage, shopping, and the usual family responsibilities. 5 adults can fit inside comfortably, although obviously this isn't an S-Class in terms of rear seat space. Mercedes packed the GLC with technology. You've got features such as active brake assist, lane keeping assistance, parking sensors, reversing camera, attention monitoring, and parking assistance. Depending on the specification and option you choose with this car, you can also get adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, a 360-degree camera, and more advanced driver assistance systems. And that's something you have to remember when looking at the price. A GLC might have a particular feature available, but that doesn't always mean it's included in the specific car you are buying. Mercedes loves options, so when somebody tells you this GLC has everything, ask them to show you the options list, because everything can become expensive very quickly. Now, the elephant in the room. This car has 150 kilowatts of power, For a car costing over $1 million, I'm not sure that's enough. For some it is, for me, not so much. The 2-liter turbocharged engine is smooth and competent, but if you're expecting the kind of acceleration that pins your head against the headrest, you're looking at the wrong GLC. The approximate 7.8 seconds to 100 is respectable. The 300 Newton meters is enough for daily driving. The 9-speed gearbox keeps things smooth, but if performance is your priority, the GLC 300 and the AMG variants exist for a reason. The GLC 200 is about giving you luxury first, performance second. But not saying this car is completely slow, it's quick, but there is better. So, is this car worth 1.1 million? This is where LS Performance has to be honest. If you're asking me, is this the most practical SUV you can buy for 1.1 million? Absolutely not. You can buy something with more ground clearance, more ruggedness, more power, and potentially lower running costs. If you're asking, does the GLC 200 give me a premium experience? Absolutely. You're paying for the interior, you're paying for the technology, you're paying for the comfort, you're paying for the Mercedes-Benz badge. And yes, you are paying for the feeling you get when you pull up somewhere in a Benz. But let's be honest, that matters to people. There is a reason Mercedes-Benz has been successful for this long. The car doesn't just transport you, it tells people you've made a few decisions in life. Some decisions are very good and some decisions involve corruption, but that's a topic for another day. In terms of the LS rating, the comfort wise of this car I give a 9 out of 10. The luxury is a proper 8.5 out of 10. Performance 7 out of 10, and value for money 7 out of 10. Overall, the LS performance rating on this car is an 8 out of 10. And once again, a massive thank you to MNZ Namibia for having me and giving me the opportunity to experience the GLC 200. This was LS Performance. Buy smart, drive smart, and remember, life is too short to drive boring cars.